For those of you on YouTube, hello and welcome back to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 15 Semifinals. Last time, Riki Blinders topped the MKNY's unwinnable Game 1 draft with an unwinnable draft of their own to bring us to Game 3. Let's see who decides to not win this time.
10 seconds remaining.
With me here, as always, is Randy.
Yes, so...
Randy hasn't been talkative much today because he hasn't been eating his Wheaties.
Yeah, that's true. What can you do?
You could eat your Wheaties.
Dire team back.
Tell me we have the same bands 3 games in a row. That would be awesome. Actually, they changed it in Game 2, didn't they? They
Bandai, yeah.
set of the clock.
Radiant team ban.
Riki Blinders are done dealing with that Mirana. They're just hammering Dark Ace now. I mean, no surprises, Dark Ace on the Rubik and the Mirana had a profound impact on both games, so... Well, he didn't have a profound impact on Rubik because he didn't play that, but he had a profound impact on the Mirana both games, and he has a profound impact on the Rubik every time he runs it, so... Yeah.
Dire team pick.
Here goes Yayo.
Radiant team pick.
Starting out with the Clockwork again. No surprises there. I mean, the Clockwork didn't do all that much for them last game, but on the other hand, that had a little bit to do with the fact that, like, that had to do with many non-Clockwork related things. The actual Clockwork play, and especially the laning, was still very good, so... Not be unseemly to expect another performance of that nature.
Radiant team pick.
They want to break people out of the gears. It's not a bad way to go about it.
Seconds remaining.
You want to hear an honest one here?
5 seconds remaining.
Honestly, pick Riki next and just ban Riki counters in the next phase. And just put it wherever it makes the most sense. Riki Clockwork on this lineup, I think, could be really devastating. We've seen good performances on it from Carp in Game 1. It would certainly make sense to replicate the success rather than replicate the less success.
So pick a button. Got it.
Dire team pick.
Got a Treant here. It's actually kind of bad in general for Clockwork. It's like 2 unappealing hook targets that are going to be able to save hook targets. Again, you've dedicated your entire support line to dealing with them, but it's not like Treant doesn't do other things.
5 seconds remaining.
Joel, don't do it. Joel, don't do it, you madman. Don't do it. Do not do it. Do not even think about doing it. Woo! Oh, Jesus Christ!
Wyvern's pretty good in this game.
What?
I think I like Wyvern in a lot of games actually. It's just a generally good hero.
It's kind of a soft ban for some of the MKNY pause ones. In a big way. And it can be something where you can engineer a scenario where VS can't actually break out whoever's getting targeted. It's not hard. It's not that hard to get VS in it, or at the very least, get it so that VS ain't in it, but she's getting messed up by the Clockwork off sides. So if she does swap, she's just sending somebody into Clockwork jail from one bad situation to another.
5 seconds remaining.
There's not that much magic damage on this the support line. The Popsicle is going to be kind of bad in lane, no matter which of these guys it's laning against. Probably Tree. No, probably Venge actually, but Popsicle is going to be kind of bad. The Lavernial is going to be kind of bad, no matter which support she's facing in lane. But moving forward, it shouldn't be that much of an issue.
10 seconds remaining.
Banning out the Dawn. They do not want to be facing that one again.
5
So banning out the
seconds
Clinks. Definitely do not want to see any Klinkses on the board here.
I think Lynx is actually really terrible into Wyvern, so I don't know.
Radiant team banned.
And they're going to ban out the Ember.
necessary, But
I don't think Ember's very good in Wyvern either. Kind of shows the impact of, you know, the meta on your picks and bans sometimes. Like, neither Clinks nor the Ember Spirit, nor even probably the Dawnbreaker will be all that great in this game, I don't think. The Wyvern really screws over all three of those guys, kind of. But because, you know, the nightmare scenario as Dawnbreaker is that you fall on the Wyvern ult and then you start beating whoever's in there up. MKNY getting rid of the Jug. They did not use the pause 5 Jug tech last game. They had that researched, but they didn't deploy it.
10 seconds remaining.
Which is good.
5 seconds remaining.
MKNY now with the danger pick. So worst pick on the whole board. Whoever gets picked here is almost assured to have a bad game.
it's sad.
It's the biggest downside of the second pick. Well, in the LD2L scene at the very least.
Dire team pick.
Today it's going to be, perhaps that's PPM Snapfire. That's a pretty dangerous pick to show at this early, I gotta say. Or maybe they're gonna do Core VS, but I'm not holding my breath on that one.
5 seconds
It's
remaining.
mid snap, I'm guessing.
Presumably. It's either mid-snap or mid-VS, and I know which one I'm betting on. Riki Blinder says it worked before. Let's do it again.
Alrighty, that needs to be thought about in these next two picks.
10 seconds remaining.
Now the ultimate funny would be if they just picked the
5
Razor here.
seconds remaining.
Ran it on Dusty. They've done that before, of course.
I thought you meant Razor on the BlueJay team. I'm like, again? Again against the Wyvern elk, you sure? But no.
It's gonna be a very good silencer game so far.
Radiant team pick.
We're gonna get a Brewmaster instead, though. Alright, well that totally sucks for Snapfire. If you want somebody who can pretty much get rid of all of your advantages as a hero at Snapfire, that's one of the ones who can go about it. Bringing up the Drow here.
Okay.
I mean, Drow Ranger is like, in the LD2L circuit, definitely the strongest hero this patch. Is she gonna do okay against a Clockwork and a Brewmaster?
5
That's a little hard to see, to be honest with you.
I mean, she can gust the brew in theory.
Yeah, till he gets BKB or a Lotus Orb or like anything else to deal with that. Like once he gets items, it's like you hit him and he hits R, and now what do you do?
Just simply get Snapfire, it's a level 25, and then
Yeah,
get
just
a Daedalus,
kill all the brew illusions.
murder all the brewlings, yeah.
And as far as the Clockwork goes, just simply have VS swap you out every time that happens to you.
I hope he doesn't build Blade Mill, yeah.
Yeah.
Dire team banned.
Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't look like an award-winning Drow game by any stretch. It's good, I think. Good for the Alchemist. Good against the Alchemist, I guess I should say. If it goes late, the Alchemist is going to get creamed every time they're in a 1v1,
10
but...
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Randy, there's a hero they haven't banned for Carp.
Oh yeah?
hero that's not going to be standing in the Treant ult zone, who's not going to be standing in a place where he's going to get easily swapped by Venge, not like you're going to be offensive swapping anybody this game anyway, who's going to outrange the Drow and not be in the line of fire of Snapfire.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, never mind. They didn't ban Sniper after all. It's just the team that I'm surprised to see doing it. They appear to be guessing it's going to be Rage Snapfire rather than PPM Snapfire, which is interesting. I would not guess that. I would guess it's Rage here.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Antonio has been banned. Maybe they're going with the ultimate funny and going to be playing mid alk and then putting Joel Birch on something else. That would be the ultimate got him moment. I don't think I would even think about running that on a team constructed like the Riki Blinders, but you know.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Riki.
Oh, I tell you one thing I would consider on a team built like the Riki Blinders is the namesake.
So running back 3 heroes from the first game.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
I mean, if Brewmaster is kind of bad for the Drell already, Riki's kind of hell on earth.
5 seconds remaining.
Really genuinely don't know what you'd do about this guy this game. Kitty says Alk just needs to get on top of Drow and Drow can blow up. I do think with this lineup that's going to be way easier said than done. The problem is it's going to be quite easy for the Brewmaster, the Riki, and the Clockwork to get on top of Drow. And of course, if Drow Ranger gets put in that Winter's Curse when she has that shard, it is going to be hell to pay for her team. This is one situation where you don't want to ult the Drow. This is a situation where you want to ult somebody right next to the Drow and just make her kill everybody on her lineup. No matter what here, they're definitely going to want to pick somebody at least marginally tanky. I mean, you do have the Treant, and that does help people who aren't tanky be more tanky, but like, if everybody on this team is just sitting at like 200 health, then Alchemist Radiance is just going to kill everybody in all these fights before anything happens.
Yeah. Deja vu.
Well, there you go.
Choose your hero.
That's a tanky hero, yeah.
Yep. It's going to be mid-Timber, too. Okay.
Sure that doesn't really care about Winter's Curse either way as well.
Well, he does care about the Winter's Curse, because if you just put Timber sounds like one of those guys where it's like, you want to have as much time as possible inside of a fight. You want to keep your mobility as open as possible, and if he just gets put into Winter's Curse, and it's like, his team can really easily just die around him before he gets the chance to do anything, which is pretty bad. And it's actually, no, I'm going to take that back. I'm going to counter what you just said, because later on in the game, if Drow gets some AoE type items and Timbersaw is the one who gets Winter's Cursed and she's in there with him, she's just going to kill everybody on his team and he's going to live through it, so it's not going to end from him dying, you know?
I'm not necessarily sure Draw's getting like an eggs in this game. I don't think I've ever seen a Draw with eggs.
It's true, but eggs is not the only item that lets you bring the fun to the whole family. Also, if he gets put into the Winter's Curse with the Drow Ag Shard, then he's just dead. Because that just completely nullifies his passive completely. Not like you want to do that. You don't want to curse the Timbersaw. You ideally want to curse like a tree or a wyvern or something right next to Drow.
Prepare
Let her
for
shatter
battle.
them, do a bunch of damage to your own team. This isn't as big of a draft disparity. I think either team could definitely win or lose this game based on the draft. Mighty Midget talking shit again.
Oh my god.
No!
Unlucky, I guess.
But, I don't think this game is won or lost in draft necessarily. But I do think I have to at least give a small edge to the Riki Blinders. Just based on the fact that while Drow can personally shut down the Alchemist, she's the only one who can. And they have 3 really good answers to her between Brew, Clock, and Wyvern. And, you know, as Kitty said, in that unlikely possibility Alk does get on top of her head, one way or the other,
To battle.
yeah, she's just done for, basically. Although Riki, too. Riki is also just directly just not what she wants to fight. The 9 seconds, I would be shocked if Drow doesn't win every fight in the 9, 8, and 7 BKBs. But once she gets down to that 6-second BKB, it's going to be really harrowing for her to, like, exist at all, basically. She's going to have to be real goddamn careful with those things.
You simply stow and rebuy BKB.
Yeah, there you go. Does that even still work?
It might not, I don't know if that's been patched out.
Yeah, I think they killed
It's
that a
so
while ago.
terrible to do that I don't know why you patched it out. It's like griefing your entire game if you do it.
Well, it's good if it's like a 300-minute game or something, you know. It's like it's super.
Yeah, it's good if you're an alchemist. That's it.
It's good if you're going through like the longest game of your life. Dark Ace is about to go through the shortest life of his life. Got hammered down there immediately by the Mighty Midget. Is going to have to throw some of those consumables on himself rather than his core, which is usually not what you want to do. I don't think I like the Snap versus Elk matchup too much. I don't know, like, you're going to be able to burst this guy with magic for a minute, but only for a minute. I don't think this is going to be another 0-5-0 lane for Joel without some rotations, perhaps. And he got this. This is a really strong lane combo as well. It didn't really go well the first time, but that's because it was up against a pretty nasty matchup for it. But like having the ability to spill the 7-up everywhere as Alchemist, and then Mighty Midget just hits Q and starts hammering you during it with the armor break is pretty nasty. Riki, Bristleback, Riki and Timbersaw matchup in mid. Not the biggest fan of it, to be frank, for Timbersaw here. He is, if he kills Riki at any point in this lane, I'm actually going to be genuinely shocked. It is a pretty bad scenario for him. Right, you know, Timbersaw is all about your mobility versus the enemy's mobility, and spoilers, unless he is managing the waves really badly, Riki wins.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to easily just get casual shots on him because he's just going to be able to jump to the wave, or to you, or to wherever he wants to go. Tarkase is just enjoying life here at a constant 100 HP. First blood happens to the Drow Ranger, just because the forecast didn't look bad enough for poor Drow this game. I guess it's another thing too. It's like, okay, what are you laning against as the Drow? You're laning against Copeless on Clockwork, who hasn't just won every lane that he's played as Clockwork. He's won every lane that he's played Clockwork by a lot. It has not been like competitive. So you're going into that, and you're going up against Brew, who can make you boozed up, make you miss last hits, and who at level 6 is going to kill you. I don't care about your crappy little level 1 gust. At level 6, Brew is going to kill you. Make peace with that fact. Either you have to get the hell out, or you have to just accept your fate there, I think. And he's going to be able to help himself beat you to that level 6 as well through use of the Drunken Brawler, through use of the Cinder Brew. I don't know if he likes to level his Drunken Brawler in lane, but In any case, the point still stands. Should definitely, I definitely think I favor, I think I actually favor all three of these lanes for Riki Blinders, honestly. Well, so far, Riki's having a bit of a tough time with the Timber Saw mid, and the capacity of literally just getting last hits. I mean, he is
hitting many creeps right now.
he is 1 damage less than Timber Saw, so.
BlueJay is dead.
And then he gets tipped. Twice!
Oh my god. Unlucky, I guess.
Considering that this Timber Saw guy really doesn't do anything that even looks, smells, or thinks about scaling. And the Snapfire does scale, but only when she hits level 25, and she's a POS 3 in this game. I'm going to say, perhaps, that if things go badly for BlueJay enough in the early, and they aren't able to pull it out in that time, it's kind of hard to see exactly what they do. Molsky is about to take a quick trip to the showers here. Jesus Christ!
Unlucky, I guess.
I don't know if
It is
anyone's
like-
surprised.
Yeah, no, I
said
mean, you can't
before
do
the game that Joel would pick a real hero and win, and that's what's happening.
I mean, hey, it's hard to say that early. I mean, there's not even a 1k gold advantage yet.
That's
They
true.
missed the midget. Alka is actually gonna come in here.
Nice. Gold embrace. Dead anyway. But
It actually
Deleted.
did not matter there. Fortunately, the Elk 7-up was just
Oh,
not up when he
dead.
needed it.
Snap has her spells. This guy could die.
Rather unconfident
Okay.
about it.
Too far away.
Yeah. Mighty Midget actually just brought a Sev from spawn for the Alchemist as well, so he's just back tipped up to full health. Riki's level 6. Just another thing Timbersaw doesn't want to really deal with. Olski rather low again.
Radiant's middle tower is under
But Copless is in an awkward spot, and is actually going to go down there. Actually gives a streak to BlueJay as a result. He's rather low himself. Definitely hoping for some similar love from Copless that Mighty Midget gave to Joel, but does not receive that. Probably should have just had him cart a Sav out for him there, but what are you going to do? He is close to 6 anyway, so it's not that bad. He also has Iron Chargers, but he would probably rather not use those on himself. Riki finished his meme hammer. Quick, Riki, just randomly cast
Very nice.
it. Timbersaw has double damage. One of the few mids who's really sad to see a double damage rune, I think, is Timbersaw. And yep, we've got the level 6 here on Dusty. BlueJay is trying very desperately
as
to not live
Oh!
up to it, but
He's dead.
it is a Sega,
Fortunate.
and at the end of the day...
Burp there.
Oh, Riki! Oh! Dusty ain't dying for nothing.
Alrighty.
As predicted, Brewmaster hit 6, Drow died. I mean, what are you gonna do about
Yeah.
that?
under attack.
It's just what
Ra-
happens. This is
Randy,
the
you've-
Lance Brew.
You've played this Drow hero before, right?
Yes.
You've played against... Okay, Alk's just gonna randomly die. You've played against this Brewmaster hero before, right?
It's pretty miserable.
Yeah, what happens at level
Great.
6?
Tower is under
Most pause ones are pretty miserable in Sprue. So maybe like a few can survive.
lot of pain coming out here at bot to try and dissuade them from taking this tower.
Peter shows up. Does the spells.
And
Oh!
woof, great smoke cloud from Riki is gonna let both these guys just walk home.
Very nice.
Dusty just taking mid in the meanwhile. First Snapple to the game comes out on top of Alex's head, who's only level 5 and is not able to survive it. Mighty Midget trying his damnedest to survive this little encounter, but no such luck. This lane's going a little worse for this combination up here at top than I thought it might be. He's still leading quite considerably for last hit, so against the Snapfire there's that, but... Okay, Copeless is just super dead. She's gusted in the middle of the Timber ult.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Dusty. Gonna protest a bit here.
Gonna use his urn and the Cinder Brew to just blow off all the healing that that the Treant did to him, and as a result, Timber just has to like walk away.
Radiant's middle tower is
He
under
definitely
attack.
needs to. If he sticks around long enough for Brew to get that ult back up, then he's just gonna die. Mighty Midget is dead again. Joel has retired to the jungle. He has hit level 6. He just refuses to level Chemical Rage for some reason. There we go.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Drinks are on you. Both of the safe lanes are empty.
Yep, true.
Radiant's
Take a look at the
bottom
net worth chart
is
here.
under attack.
Drow actually is leading on the Alchemist here, I would imagine, probably because of Alex's later deaths and because of that streak that she got off of Copeless earlier.
Attack. Dire structures are Radiant's
She's going to be the
bottom
first to lose her tower, though. Midget is actually going to come back up here. Saw going to come to
knows
the
what to
jungle.
do. Peter knows what to do, and so he sees the elk disappear from lane, and you run into the jungle. Of course, he
That's
can't
good.
actually do anything to him, but
Yeah, Copeless is going to knock out the Vengeful Spirit off sides while this is happening.
is under attack.
And Mighty Midget's going to get artilleried.
Dire's top
It's
tower
a little
is under
much.
attack.
okay, maybe he can do stuff to him. Oh, the Chemical Rage!
Yep. Riki is here. Unfortunately, did not get the super ideal situation of hitting the Timber Saw with the smoke cloud while his Saw was somewhere irrelevant, but he's going to force Timber to route out of here if nothing else. And give Joel some time and space to go. Think about these stacks down here, the triangle.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
For the record, it's 1-1 right now. They didn't do the little, thing for the lobby, but it is 1-1 right now. Riki Blinders won game 1, and the Monkey Kings of New York won game 2. Timbersaw just bullying poor Mighty Midget here. Window of Vern has now taken the mantle of Alk from the first game of being 0-5-0.
Yeah, where it's dead.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alk looking at taking this mid T1. They're walking at him for this. What did Riki just... Oh, he just hit Meteor Hammer on a jungle camp. Okay. They're advising Carp to be cautious with his courier here. He's going to be finishing power treads for him. Dusty got chain stunned inside Timber ult and died.
Is it a feed? Maybe it's a bait.
Certainly did. Interesting. The game started off like 6-2. That's 7-10.
Yep. And PPM takes the big ancient stack in the jungle, of course. Gotta question making
Game
these
of
big
the road in
ancient
the
stacks when the enemy team can take them easily and you really can't. Copeless's efforts to do something about this almost end up being mere protest as Timber just finishes the job. Ah, Dusty's gonna deny him of taking the last one. What a jerk. Meanwhile, Alk is gonna just head to bot here, find Timbersaw, and yeah, just TP away. But his TP is really long. He TP'd to the outpost! Luckily, nobody was there to stop that, or else he would be the deadest man ever. Man, imagine how much fun this game's going to be when Elk gets that BKB and no longer has to worry about anything Timbersaw does.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Riki looking at
Technically,
3 guys
Timber's
down
pure
here.
damage, but don't know how that interacts.
None of it pierces magic immunity.
Oh, really? Pure damage. Interesting. Maybe that's why the hero's garbage.
That's part of it. Got Riki here under his sentry ward. You cannot really seemingly figure out well where it's at, but he has, intentionally or not, gotten out, I believe. Yep, that dust did not hit him. My Boos and buddies are having a little get-together with the Snapfire here. He's just going to jump to the trees, probably be okay.
Is under attack.
Vengeful Spirit will be the next most appropriate sacrifice. Actually, he's getting kind of distracted, and his team is not with him here for some reason. They did not
Radiant's middle
choose to
tower is
follow
under
up on
attack.
that, even though they kind of know
Radiant's middle tower
friends are not around for
Radiant's
this.
bottom tower is under attack.
Like, you see Timber bot, right? He's like most of your problems so far this game, it feels like.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Bit odd there, but what are you going to do? Alk just finished up his Radiance.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Alk finished up his Radiance, and he's already nearly 2,500 gold ahead of the Drow. Has been free farming, which is the good news. Dusty wants to tango with Peter, but not that much. He doesn't have any earn charges to use on him or anything, so this is all he's getting for now. And yep, Alk Radiance has gotten here. Our Ranger just working on a first item Hurricane Pike to avoid Riki problems. Timbersaw is kind of in an awkward spot here. But again, they didn't actually get him in the gears with the smoke cloud, which is a bit unfortunate. He has himself a, Drow's gonna show up for this.
Oh,
Big
man.
multi-shot.
That's a huge multi-shot.
Big Snapfire ult too, but perhaps equally large as the Brewmaster ult. Okay, that was a complete self-troll of a Winter's Curse.
Oh no.
Is under attack.
That was a panic Winter's Curse. True and true. There was no coordination or thought in that, unfortunately, and they're all just going to go down as a result. That looked really bad. You can't Winter's Curse that guy. You just can't do it. He was going to die if that didn't happen. I'm pretty sure he was going to die if that didn't happen. The only good news is that Elk is free farming top while this is happening. And he even got another shawl.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Interesting little scenario. Oh, just barely whiffing on that hook shot on the Snapfire. Gets put into the Riki smoke clouds. She kind of has to walk away. Joel has gotten... He's came out here. Wants to get something done to the Snap, but he's like having trouble actually.
Is under attack.
They're just going to have to settle for the VS. Maybe? This team has such a big problem with guys just right-clicking away from them.
Yeah.
Dark Ace tries to self-deny on the jungle creeps, but no such luck.
And daggered. Illusion.
What we really need to see for Riki Blinders to start like comfortably taking these fights is we need to see smoke clouds happen inside the gear jails. If you have that, then some of these kills get a lot easier. BKB is out soon for Alchemist. Just a few hundred gold short. Should likely get it off this wave in like a camp. Or just get it off this wave straight up. That might also nice. Wave in one camp. Mighty Midget fighting in the Ward Wars over here. Got a Snapfire ult on his head for his troubles. Rage is godlike.
Certainly does.
Team is having way more trouble than I thought actually killing the Snapfire. It's like between the greaves, the two bracers, and just the hero itself, it's like everything they just give to her, she just tanks through and walks away.
Solo going on a Brewmaster and almost killing it. Okay. Joel's here though.
Joel's here, so is the Smoke Cloud.
That was a Spirit Vessel. Ah! The trio
Trio. Swing and a miss on Copeless, but
these cogs aren't going too well.
Oh my
nice
god!
Swap. Holy swap!
That was a 9-second BKB and didn't do anything for this team. They ulted the goddamn out Trimbersaw again.
Triple Elk Stun. Alright, they're all dead. That's really unfortunate.
Riki Blinders are just panicking at this point. What's happening? There is
What a
no
flop.
way. I mean, no way some of these things happen. Oh my. Yeah, big plays on the support line on MKNY. At this point, Riki and Brewmaster are starting to fall off the face of the earth entirely. Making brave goes here.
This is certainly okay. BlueJay does a lot of damage right now.
Is the lesson of the day just 100%
Alright,
PB on Drow? Is that what we're looking at here, maybe?
Your favorite gonna get it knocked out in semis, or what?
2 seasons in a row, baby. We're just gonna go down here. BlueJay takes it. No big surprise. I mean, they can't kill either of these two other guys. Guess who gets winners cursed? Wow, this is like a really sad-looking performance from Mighty Midget, who so far this season has been doing really well for himself on this hero, but like, why? The winner's curse off cooldown on Timbersaw. It's such a bad idea on so many levels.
Middle tower is under attack.
Rarely Timbersaw and anyone else too. It's pretty much always just Timber. Alex just picked up Blink Dagger. So we got 8 seconds on BKB. We're an AC next. There is one bit of good news for Riki Blinders. It's like the Monkey Kings have one hero that scales really. The Snapfire theoretically could, but I think it's going to be hard to parlay the success into the late this game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Like Timbersaw doesn't. Timbersaw doesn't even like a little bit scale. So in like 10 minutes, he's going to be yesterday's news. On the other hand, Riki Blinders, even though 2 of those heroes are like nowhere right now, they do have like 2.5 heroes at scale between the Alk, the Riki, and the Brewmaster. I do think it favors them.
At draw range though.
They do, but eventually it's going to get to the point. It's like if they can coordinate on taking out the Drow specifically, eventually you can just kind of ignore the rest of the guys and just eat the Drow. They're doing a great job of the one protect 5 gameplay on the Drow, but Dusty getting a little caught here again. Awkward situation here. Riki Blinder's really not in an ideal spot to fight. Don't really want to do it. Taking an awkward retreat. But it is ultimately successful. They lose nobody for this and take BlueJay's courier just to be dicks about it. 0 earned charges on the Brewmaster.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Drow facing backdoor protection here.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And goodbye,
Swap
Joel.
on He's
He popped
insta-dead.
8! He popped his 8 for that. That's really bad.
Taking uphill, I believe. Definitely gonna give it an attempt at least.
Yep.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Immediate glyph comes out here. And this is early enough in the game where this lineup has pretty short respawn times. Once again, struggling to get anybody actually killed here. He deserved that tip. He deserved that tip for holding him at all.
Okay. Oh, this Snapple!
The snap ult actually only really gets the oof. Oh no, Joel once again just getting stun locked. That was because he popped that 8. If he hadn't have popped his 8-second BKB before he died the first time there, she's like dead. Like almost guaranteed first life.
Dire's middle tower
Riki is gonna try and make this as bad as they're gonna get.
Oh, Carp!
top tower is
And Carp gets to go to jail with Clockwork.
That's another 6 swap. Aegis is gonna regen the Shro. Oh, she's back in!
Drow is godlike.
Serendipitous Aegis regen right there.
Yeah. I don't know, this is kind of looking to me like 100% PB this Drow hero. Just consider, she's godlike now. She's not even top net worth. She's not even second place net worth. And she's still, like, killing everybody effortlessly.
They haven't really hit buildings yet. That's the good news. They will now.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Yep. It's going down. They don't really want to fight this out without their team mascot being around.
Yeah.
Dire's middle
Sure, gonna delay game, but
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
well, that's a better target for the Wyvernal, but still didn't do anything.
spread. It's a good positioning. Oh, that's a good hook shot. Poor Seth though. Oh, the
Yeah,
trio!
the Force Staffs just bring it out.
What a god! Molsky too good.
This is looking like it. Does not look like they're going to actually get to make it late in this game.
BlueJay team is masterfully playing this game right now.
Yeah, just a reminder, when these teams played against each other in group stages, it was 2-0 Riki Blinders.
Dusty!
Two very uncompetitive games.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They run them back to the fountain. The clock has not struck midnight.
Yeah. Not even close.
I bring
Got a Laverne buyback.
winter to the field of war.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
There you go. It's looking
Wow.
like BlueJay is punching his ticket.
Dire's
They can't even get the temper at the end here.
Oh man, Joel.
Yeah, Joel with the BKB is still pretty tough to kill, but they are gonna get it done.
Not tough enough. And there's a multi-shot.
All right.
That's it.
So what we've learned, ban the Drow. 100% ban the Drow. Every game, ban the Drow. Got it, kids? Ban the Drow. She's too fucking good. She had a terrible lane. She had a pretty bad opening to her mid game. And it just didn't matter at all. Timbersaw gave her just the smallest modicum of space. And the first time she comes out, she kills everyone, and she just never stops. If you want to play a game with Drow in your lobby, wait for April. And with that, blinded by visions of success, the Riki Blinders are going home unhappy today. In what is maybe one of the bigger upsets of this entire season. Again, you know, it's like I said, I think maybe it's just meta in this particular game going really strong against the Blinders here. It's like Alchemist is better, but he's better because Radiance is better. He's not that much better. He's not better by much. The Riki in a core role is still not great, and I don't really believe in the Meteor Hammer build for him, certainly not in the context of this game. Brew's like a 45er, Clockwork's a 45er, Wyvern, well, underperformed to this game for reasons unrelated to the hero, unfortunately. That's pretty much, and on the other hand, it just felt like, even though Drow had a lot of answers, it just didn't matter. Like I said, you know, there's 4 heroes that are good into Drow this game, and 2 of them are sitting here with scores like 0-12, 4-8. That's a copeless Clockwork sitting there at 4-8, mind you. It's a bad game for Clockwork, don't get me wrong, but I mean, geez. Things did not look good here. So with that being said, it's time for something I did not expect to do. I had a lot to say about the Monkey Kings. I had very little to say about the Riki Blinders, unfortunately, so we're going to be improvising. Randy, who's your favorite Riki Blinders member?
Perp.
Warcarp, what a big season for you. I mean, legitimately, like, who is going to be... if people had just said, take your word on it, go mid, right? I don't think anybody is going to is just going to just run on that on faith. But like with the performance in this season, you really had a very strong showing. I think confidence in your own hero selection definitely helps, and maybe some more stable builds. I mean, this Meteor Hammer Riki thing, it doesn't work. It didn't work. They found the solution. It was build a bunch of Force Staffs. It didn't work in either game. I'm surprised you ran the Meteor Hammer back, to be honest with you. Who's your second favorite?
Dusty.
Dusty! Okay, this was a coming out season for you, the opposite direction. Unfortunately, it did feel like, outside of the Brood Mother specifically, perhaps, it did feel like a lot of the performance here were a little less than. I do think that has a lot more to do with your hero selection and where offlane is right now than the other way around. Like, just picking out some of these 45% club type guys in a lot of situations. Some of the lanes didn't really go to your favor either. And maybe it's something I said about who was it? It was Jopa yesterday. It's not. It wasn't Jopa. It was J-Bay. I was like, find at least one of these guys who's going to be like meta stable, meta proof. There's always these guys that are just like, if they ever get down below like around the 50% mark, they immediately get buffed the hell up, right? Find like one of those guys to lean on for a while, and so you have at least that to go on to help you like break out in case of situations like this. Who's next?
Couples.
Felt like in this season, the Copeless Clockwork and the Copeless IO did awesome, and the Copeless everything else looked like a 2K player. Sorry to say. The it definitely was a great season as far as showing everybody in the LD2L circuit who hasn't in a while seen the Copeless support those heroes, but you can also really tell it really is like 2 or 3 for him. It's a pain in the ass to ban against him. He's going to be sucking up bans kind of like as Culture 3. But on the other hand, you do kind of have the situation where it's like it does feel like a lot of this team is kind of founded around you, and if you have like a game where you get countered out like in this one or picked out, it just kind of sucks. Like Clockwork, I don't know if I believe in it. Like it's a great laner. It does well in almost every game, but it's not a 100% of the games type thing as seen here, where it was almost completely ineffective, unfortunately for them. So that's more or less the long and short of that one. Find, just expand the pool a little bit. Find 1 or 2 more guys, and you'll be doing awesome. Who's next?
I'll do Joel.
Poor Mighty Midget. The White Joel Birch. You don't belong here. Get out! Sorry, I don't mean that in a mean way. I don't mean that in a you're a dick and everybody doesn't like you. This is a Learn Dota 2 league, White Joel Birch. You're eating people. This is the Learn Dota 2 league. You have nothing to learn here. I don't know. Like maybe if we were talking about like trying to go for like a pause 3 or like a pause 2 or something like that situation, then maybe. But I mean, you're already like back in the old range you were before this season now. So what can I say? It's not like there's much for you to learn here. That's pretty much the long and short of it. Mighty Midget. Don't Wyvern ult the Alchemists. Not the Alchemists. Don't Wyvern ult the Timber Saws. Just don't do that. Just simply do not do that. It's about if you're gonna play some of these bigger ult heroes, it's definitely good to get into a position where you're really good at calling it. You're really good at making it obvious to your team. Not the enemy team, mind you, that's a bad thing. But making it very obvious to your team when you're about to do your thing. There were definitely times, not just in just this game, in the season in general, where we had a big Mighty Midget ult or a big Mighty Midget go, and everybody just kind of says, okay, and just has to go in on it. Or then like this unfortunate game, where you had a lot of Wyvern ults that unfortunately just kind of did more bad than good. First game was a good example of the opposite of that. You did well in the first game, but in this game, it just looked like a bunch of panic ult set just hurt your team. And so, the favorites, in my opinion, are now out. And it's going to be Monkey Kings in New York taking on whoever won topside bracket, I bet I could guess, in the finals. And we'll be doing the makeup cast of Al Capone Mickle last week. We'll be doing the top bracket in the next week. And after that, we're just going right to finals, and we'll be seeing you there. So, if you're somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg to sign up today. It's too late to get into this season. Spoilers! But in-houses are still flying off the shelves. Queues are still popping everywhere, and the next season can't be too far away. So there's always something to look forward to. Shoutouts to everybody who appeared in chat for us today. Lots of folks came and showed up for us, but yeah, that's the long and short of it. And to be honest, I really don't know how things went this well for the Snapfire. I mean, they just kind of preyed on them in lane. That's more or less the long and short of it. So, without long stream now being done, we'll see you guys next time.